You know how hard it is to break a bad habit. You really want to stop doing something bad for you. But no matter how much willpower you muster up, you just can't seem to stop. Why is it so hard to break a bad habit? Well, that's what we're going to find out today. I make videos that are free for everyone, and today's video is all about habits. Specifically, why is it so hard to break a bad one? So let's get started. Habit is a routine stored in the brain's basal ganglia. It's a set of instructions that your brain is stored away so that when the time comes, your body will automatically perform the behavior without you even thinking about it. Your brain doesn't have to use any energy making those pathways in your muscles and glands move, because they are already stored in your basal ganglia. This is great for things like riding a bike or brushing your teeth. But what happens when you have a bad habit? Well, bad habits are also stored in your basal ganglia, which means that when you're about to do something bad for you, your brain doesn't have to put any extra energy into it. It's already there. It's already stored. For example, if you get stressed and you start to eat too much, then every time you feel stress, your body starts to automatically eat more than it should. And this is where things get a little complicated. See, right before you do that bad habit, your brain releases a chemical messenger called dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's way of rewarding you for doing something good. And in the case of bad habits, the reward is usually something that feels good in the short term, even though it's not good for you in the long run. For example, eating too much makes you feel better in the short term, but it's bad for your health in the long term. But because the reward is immediate, your brain thinks that what you're doing is actually good for you, even though it isn't. And that's why it's hard to break a bad habit. Your brain is trying to reward you for doing something that's not actually good for you. Another reason why it is hard to break a bad habit is because sometimes stress can cause you to fall back into an old habit. That's because when you're stressed, your brain releases a chemical messenger called cortisol, and cortisol tells your body to do things that will help you cope with the stress, like eating too much or not exercising. So when you're feeling stressed or bored, you are more likely to do something bad for you because it will make you feel better in the short term. But if you want to break a bad habit, you need to replace it with a good habit. You can't just try to do less of something. You have to do more. You have to replace that bad habit with a good one. And that's why willpower isn't enough. Your brain needs to rewire itself. Let me explain. Let's say you want to stop eating too much when you're stressed. You can't just say to yourself, I'm not going to do it anymore. You have to replace that bad habit with a good one, like taking a walk instead of eating too much. That way your brain has a new routine to fall back on when you're stressed. And it will take time for your brain to make that new routine automatic. But eventually it will get there. And when it does, you'll be able to stay on track with your healthy eating goals even when you're stressed. So remember, breaking a bad habit is hard because your brain is trying to reward you for doing something that is not actually good for you. But by replacing that bad habit with a good one, you can trick your brain into doing what you want it to do. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because new videos are posted every week. Thanks for watching.